Walk fast in the hallway. Hi Dynamos! I am excited for this video because honestly, I love giving advice, and if you are new Dynamo and have not been following for a while, my name is Emily Stevens, and long story short, I love Mamma Mia, 70s, Jesus, and I'm pretty much just here to empower you and remind you to live your life to the fullest. But in this video, I'm going to be giving you just advice, answering questions, mostly about senior year of high school. If you are a Dynamo and you're about to start your senior year, I hope this video really helps you. But if you're watching this and you're either just going into high school or you're in any grade of high school, I feel like it'll be helpful too. So go get yourself a chai, maybe get a comfy blanket, settle in, because think of this as like a fun talk. Is this like a weird angle? Am I like too far away? Is that better? We're fine. I'm not gonna be awkward. So I wrote down advice in this notebook, and then I will read your questions that you submitted to my Instagram. So follow that if you're not already. We have so much fun there, and I want you to join the fam, so do it. Okay, so the first thing that I wrote down was start traditions. So I don't know if you enjoy traditions, but I think they're really fun and really special. And for reference, I graduated class of 2021. So my senior year was like all COVID. So we pretty much had like no like senior events like in person, and a lot of virtual stuff, a lot of stuff I've never done before. Half my class was on e-learning, had no idea who anyone was because we all wore masks. Like that's just a little context for you, just when I talk about my experiences or anything. And I just want to give a disclaimer for this video. This is all like my advice, my opinions, so you can take it with a grain of salt. You can listen to everything I say or listen to nothing. Just know that this is just coming from me. So I do not speak for every senior or every person, so yeah. But back to tradition. So my friend Brinley, shout out to you if you're watching this, Bryn, every morning before the bell would ring and we would go to class, we would sit in her car. I would park and then like walk to her car, and then we'd have like Dunkin' Fridays, where on Friday we both like stop at Dunkin' on the way to school and then like eat our Dunkin' together. And it was like, maybe that's like so little, and maybe you get Dunkin' every day before school, but like it is like what I will remember about senior year, and it meant so much to me. And I think for her too, but like it was so nice because we just were so real with each other, and we were able to just like talk about anything we wanted. Sometimes we just jammed out she loves Disney, so we went hard to like Hawaiian roller coaster ride. It was something that I'm so glad we did. So many people were like, I'm so sorry that your senior year sucks, and I'm like, it doesn't suck. Like, it looks different from other years, but that doesn't mean that it's like horrible. But traditions. And it can be something as simple as like going to Panera on Thursdays. Like, I don't know what it looks like for you, but if you are watching this and you love traditions, I want you to text your best friend right now and be like, we should do this or something, because I believe it will change the trajectory for your year, and it may mean a lot more to you than you ever think it will. My next piece of advice is don't be the one who doesn't dress up for HOCO week. Seriously, like, don't be lame. Go all out. It's your last year if you're a senior, and I don't know, I think dressing up is really fun. This was a question that was asked a lot, was like, how do you deal with getting overwhelmed? How do you deal with stress? Like that kind of stuff. My advice for that is find an activity that does not involve your phone that you can just separate yourself from whatever you're doing with school, because it can be a lot. Your assignments and stuff can be a lot, and like if you struggle with time management like me, it can get very overwhelming. So for me, some things I like to do is I love like making bracelets, getting organized. Like if you have like a whiteboard, drawing out your entire calendar and like color coding it, that really helps me. Maybe it's like cooking or baking for you, or roller skating. Exercising for me and working out releases like endorphins and get out all the stress and overwhelmingness. So work out, exercise, that's a really great one. I don't know, you will get through it though, and you have to remember that this overwhelmingness of senior year, or like a project or whatever you're dealing with, or stressing out for exams, like so small. It's okay to be overwhelmed and your feelings are valid, but just remember, it will all pass. Okay, let's talk about friends. Keep your mind open to new friendships. I know for me, I had a friend who sophomore year we like hated each other, and senior year she was like my best friend. People change, people grow and evolve, and yeah. Another thing I wrote for friend advice is most of these people you will never see again. And for some of you, that's a very sad thought, and for others of you, that's a very happy thought. For me, it was a very happy thought. For context, my high school was like overcrowded a lot of people. There were, I believe, like 700 people in my graduating class. There was like 2,000 something people that went to my high school in total. So I saw this TikTok and it was like, as my classmates walk across the stage, I can't wait to unfollow them on Instagram. And like, maybe you're like, that's so negative. I love my classmates. And honestly, if you do love your classmates and you really connect with the people in your grade and you are genuinely gonna miss them, like that's so valid. But the friendships that are supposed to stick will stick, and the people that you are meant to have in your life will continually pop up in your life, so don't worry about that. But if there are people that you are like, they've created such a toxic environment for me, you will never have to see them again after senior year. So that's a nice thought, I think. You may have a different mindset senior year than your friends, and that's okay. I grew apart and grew closer to different people than I thought I ever would. I've had like a different person as my closest friend every year of high school. And I've just connected with people differently, and you will start to notice changes in your friend group, changes in you and your friends, because some of you may be like not going to college or like going to the same college, or you're just gonna have different mindsets. I put it's okay to be really sad or really happy. Your emotions are valid. You're gonna be feeling a lot of emotions, and you're gonna be feeling different emotions from your friends. Like how I said, how different mindsets, like you could be absolutely devastated to leave high school, or you could be like so excited, and everyone's gonna be different. So do not compare yourself. Do not be like, oh my gosh, my friends are all like so sad to leave and I'm not, because that was the case for me at least. I feel really weird. Like, know that you are not alone and there are people that feel similarly to you, but do not feel the need to compare yourself or think that you are the same person as them, because you're not. On the same note as friends, here's some like, I guess, tips for making a friend. This is what I will say about that because it's the best thing I can tell you, but the only way to find the best type of people to be your friends is to actually be yourself. And that sounds so cheesy and cliche, and you're probably like, Emily, I know I should be myself. I've been seeing that on inspirational quotes on Pinterest for years. But if you've been around my platforms, you've heard my story, but like I was a different person senior year than I was the other years of high school, and I mean that in a good way. Like I was so much more positive and happy and just truly myself because I started to care less about what people thought of me, and I started to realize, like, even if it's weird, even if you think, because you will think there's no one else that shares your interest. Like that was what I thought about Mamma Mia and ABBA, and you're probably like, what the heck? Everyone loves that. Like I love that, and yes, but I didn't know that until I actually pursued what I loved and was not afraid to wear bell bottoms to school, post about stuff that I love. And like the way to find the best kind of people in your life and the way to find true friends is to actually pursue that. Gravitate towards people that appreciate you and support you and are genuinely happy for you. The energy that you like put out in the world, you will attract back. People will notice that and like connect with you. Okay, another question, a question that I got that I thought was interesting was, how do I maintain my relationship with God while working on everything else? I am a Christian, so I understand this question and like what this person means, but spend quality time with God, like have a quiet time, like read your Bible, get a physical devotion book. My sister got me like a physical devotion book and I was able to go through it every morning, and it was so great. So good for my mental health, so good for just a great start to my day. Find a good youth group, get plugged in there, find some friends that go to church and have the same morals as you. I thought this was kind of funny, so I just want to talk about this. People are like, dating, yes or no? So again, you don't have to take my advice. Men can be trash. No, that's really negative. I'm not going to say that on this video, but like, this is what I'll say about dating. It was hard for me sometimes to watch my friends that were in relationships sacrificing their mental health, not spending time with like their other friends. It wasn't a positive thing for them. I also am just gonna say, like, high school guys are like not, like up here is not where like we are, if that makes sense. Granted, there's always like a diamond in the rough and there's always an exception. There's probably a dynamo watching this that's in like such a healthy relationship like in high school, and I'm just like over here like men are trash, but like to each your own. But it's honestly the same thing as like a friendship. If your relationship or friendship is not pushing you closer to God, if you do not feel like the best version of yourself, or you do not feel encouraged and like empowered, like you can do anything in that friendship or relationship, no, drop it. Screw them if they can't take a joke. Like it's really that simple. I mean, it's hard if you like love someone or if you have been in a friendship for a long time, but like, honey, you're growing up. You are getting that cash. You are finding goals. You are finding things you love to do, and you cannot let anyone hold you back. So that's what I'll say about that. All right, this is my last thing I'll say about like senior year, I guess, before we go into college stuff. Walk fast in the hallway. Maybe it's because I was raised in a family of speed walkers and I am very short. I'm 5'1", so I have to walk fast in order to keep up with the majority of humans. Do not be that person that just leisurely like does not walk. I don't know. I mean, if you stop and talk to your friends in the hallway, like that's fine. Like live your 80s like movie life, but don't do it in the middle of the hallway. And maybe you like hate life and hate school and don't want to go to that class, but like, I don't know, walk fast anyway. Like I can't stand those kind of people. I'm sorry. I get really passionate about that, but don't. If you're a freshman, if you're gonna be a freshman in high school, don't do that. All right, let's talk a little bit more about like college. How to find the right college. Make a list of all the things that you want in a college, very specific. If you refuse to do communal bathrooms, put that down. And I know for me it was hard because there were like so many different things you could do for theater. Like if you want to pursue arts, you can go to like a conservatory, or you can go to like a college that has like everything and also the arts. I wanted the full college experience of like going to sports games, or like maybe being in a sorority, or having a roommate that was not in my major, like that kind of thing. I knew I wanted that, so I didn't really like apply for conservatories because I knew I wanted that, and I made a list. So make a list. I put tour. The reason that I'm going to the college that I'm going to is because I toured it, and I realized when I was there, this is great. And my advice for touring would be, wherever you tour, when you're there and you're walking around the campus, like if my mom were to leave me here at this college right now, would I feel safe and secure? And for me, the one college that I said yes to that at is the college I'm going to. So stalk people's Instagrams. Let's say you want to go to FSU. Literally go to YouTube and type in FSU move-in vlog, FSU day in my life. Watch videos, do your research, investigate, and use Instagram, use TikTok, use all these things as your guide. It helped me a lot. This is why it's very important to tour. Don't choose a college based off like how their Instagram looks or their aesthetic. Also, you will get into college. So many people, I remember my friends like, I'm not gonna get into college. And I'm like, yes, you are. And they all did. They got into great colleges. They got into all the ones they wanted to. And so don't stress about that. Oh, this is a good question, and not really related to seniors, but like to anyone in high school. Best studying methods. Flashcards worked for me. Quizlet is your BFF. And I put make or find a song because I can like still sing you the unit circle song that we learned, and I like suck at math. I'm really bad at it. Like never forget lyrics to songs, and songs stay in my brain forever. So that was something that I used. It helped me a lot, and it may help you. These are my opinions on college essay. I had some questions about that. I remember stressing out about the college essay so much, and I remember everyone being like, your college essay, like make sure it's perfect and all this stuff. My college essay was about how my favorite musical changed my life. Like I literally wrote it about Bandstand the musical, and I got into everywhere that I applied. To me, the college essay was like so like overstressed, and it's not that big of a deal. Like just don't stress too hard about that, honestly. There are a lot of other factors other than an essay to where you will go to school, and you will end up where you're supposed to be. This was a question I got that was, how many colleges is it normal to apply to? This depends on you. I had a friend who applied to like 20 colleges, and I applied to like 5, I think. But applying to college is expensive, man. Like it's like $50 per application, and like those add up. All right, now I'm just gonna like go through these questions. They may be kind of random, high school, college. I wanna be able to help you guys out, and I hope this is helpful. I had a question that was, how do I decide what APs to take? My biggest advice for this is take them in subjects that you are good in. If you suck at math, don't take AP Calculus. Even if all your friends are taking it, do not do that. So just be smart about that if your school offers a wide variety. Okay, this is funny. Someone said, do you need a best friend? When I like read that, I was like, are they asking me? Because I wouldn't turn down a best friend. That's such an insightful question, because honestly, I think you need people that support you, and you need people that you can feel 100% yourself around, and you need people that push you to be the best version of yourself. If that looks like a few different people in different areas of your life and not one consistent person, that's okay. Don't see these girls on Instagrams like, my best friend, and be like, I don't have a best friend. Like, maybe you do, and you haven't met them yet. How to not procrastinate. I am definitely a procrastinator, but one thing that helped me was if my teacher gave me a deadline, like if I had annotations due Friday, I would make a reminder on my phone for like Wednesday or Thursday and say annotations due tonight. So I'd like lie to myself to make myself do the work ahead of time, so that if I missed my own personal deadline, I wasn't late for the class, if that makes sense. Another thing about colleges, I didn't have a dream college. So if you are like going into this and you're like, college is what? Like, fun fact about me, and you can ask my sister she will tell you this is true. Every time someone would mention college to me, I would just start sobbing. Like I just had a mental breakdown every time because I was so stressed about it. And now I'm like counting down the minutes till I can go. You will grow, you will change, you will evolve. Tips on dealing with change and growing up because I'm struggling. Girl, I feel this to the max. I'm a person that doesn't like change at first. Like it really bothers me and it makes me very anxious. Life gets so much better. You have to remember that. I remember graduating, like standing in the room room where we were graduating and we just like moved our tassel or whatever. And I remember standing there going, oh crap, have I peaked? Like, is my life gonna get any better than this? Like a month later, I launched my own like clothing collection. Yes, life gets so much better. If you don't have your people right now, you're going to find them. You're going to get married. You're going to get to travel the world. You're gonna get to do so much. And yes, there are some things that are hard about growing up. There are many benefits to growing up. Focus on those when you're feeling sad. Oh, this is cute. I kept a journal my senior year and I think it'll be so fun to look back on it. I did a lot of stuff. That's a great idea. I highly recommend that. Oh, someone said, why is it important to go to college? I contemplated this too. I honestly contemplated like not going to college. My mom gave me some really good advice and said like, you grow up in college. Like you become an adult and you have to have a lot of responsibility and you understand, you learn a lot about yourself. It's so much more than like just academics. Like it's a very new thing and maybe my college dynamos can like attest to that, but I knew I wanted that. For me, college was the right choice, but if it's not for you, like no worries because you're gonna find your place and find yourself. Someone said best planner agenda. This is not sponsored, but I have a Southworth planner. I recently worked with them. It's my favorite thing ever. I'm gonna use it for college this year and I recommend it. So I'll link it for you in the description. Oh my gosh, don't do your college applications all on the same night. No. Do them months in advance, please. How did people react when you started wearing 70s stuff? How did you overcome react? I thought the worst. I thought like, oh crap, like I'm gonna like wear one thing I wanna wear to school and I'm gonna get made fun of and I'm never gonna wanna wear it again because I care what other people think about me. And the opposite happened. People that I always thought like judged me and people that I was like low-key scared of were like supporting me and like telling me that they liked what I was wearing or something, and I'm like, wow, thanks, whatever. And I remember I had a teacher, my math teacher, who senior year, I like wore bell bottoms to school one day randomly, and she was like, she came over to my desk and she whispered and she was like, I had those pants in high school. She was like, that's what I wore in high school, but they had patches on the back. And like she was so happy and she was like, thank you for like reminding me of that. Like that was such a good time. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I love her. She's so iconic. You are gonna impact so many people in a good way when you are actually yourself. And this all connects together. I hope what I'm saying is like making sense, because like when you overcome your fear of other people and you wear the bell bottoms to school, there will be a person at your high school that will see you. They may not even say anything to you, but they will see you. Maybe it's a little freshman, maybe it's an older kid, and they will see you and go, oh my gosh, I've been wanting to wear bell bottoms, but I've been so scared, but that person is, so I can. Like, it will be a domino effect. There will be positivity shared, and the people that like make a comment or are rude to you, like screw them if they can't take a joke.
Also, if anyone is mean to you, it's because they're insecure and they're literally peaking in high school. And that is so embarrassing.
And at the end of the day, if you are just tired of people in your hometown or whatever and don't want to wear that, you can always just come back to my platforms and we can hang out and I can tell you how great you look in those bell bottoms. So someone said there's just so many unknowns and I'm overwhelmed with options. I really feel this. This is why I think making a list is a great thing. Also, this kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier about if you're overwhelmed or whatever. I started a tradition for myself, I guess, senior year, where every Sunday I would take my Sunday afternoon. Sometimes it was an hour, sometimes it was all afternoon, and I would clean my room. And I would put a record on and I would just clean my whole space. I felt like when I decluttered my space, I also decluttered my brain, and it made me a lot more calm and relaxed and helped me think through things. And maybe you like hate cleaning or like don't have a record player and you're like, that's dumb, but for me it worked. But you have to just find that thing that works for you, and it may be random and weird and no one else may do it. But like another thing, going back to the like people are gonna judge me, people, I realized this so much senior year, but like in high school everyone thinks everyone else is looking at them, so no one's looking at you. If anything, they're like admiring you being a little bit different than them. Oh, one more thing, someone said how to deal with bullies. I just want to say there's no tolerance for that. You're not a snitch, you're not overthinking something. If something's off to you, you tell your parents. You tell a trusted teacher if you don't like your parents. You tell a trusted friend if you don't like your teachers or your parents. Like, speak up, talk about the problem, get it resolved. We don't have any tolerance for that. There's I'm sorry, not in this decade, not in this time. You are strong enough to speak up. You are. Don't let yourself be manipulated. You're worth so much more than that. All right, the last thing I'm gonna say, because I don't want this to be all my advice, I asked a few of my best friends that just completed their senior year what they would say. I'm just gonna read what they said and then we'll end this video. My friend Grace Ann said, drama is not everything, and I wish I could go back and tell myself it's such a small part of my story. Springtime of senior year, there was so much drama in one of my friend groups and it was kind of a lot. for no reason, because now we look back and I'm like, what? Izzy, my college roommate, which also, if you're applying for colleges, I was like, I thought I wasn't gonna find a roommate. Like, I was so stressed. I was like, oh my gosh, no one is like me. No one likes the same stuff I do. And Izzy is like the perfect roommate, and it was one of the reasons like God showed me I was going to the right school, so just love her. But she said, the future is scary but bright, and the only way through it is through it, and once you come out of it, you come out of it stronger. She also said, wear the dang thing. If you like it and feel good in it, wear it. Yeah. Literally what I took like the whole video to say, she said in one sentence. My friend Allie said, get involved and don't compare yourself to others, period. My friend Nate said, prepare your heart for the end of a season, but get excited for what's to come. Enjoy all of the moments and take in every second. That's right. And Brinley, the girl that I sat in her car every morning, said, don't be afraid to make friends. You'll find your way, but open up and be willing to step out of your comfort zone. So yeah, I genuinely hope this helped you. Please comment or DM me or let me know how I can be praying for you in your senior year or any other year of high school that you're going into. You got this, Dynamo. I'm so freaking excited for you. Like, you're gonna make so many good memories and you're gonna have so much fun. I'm gonna go into college and I'm gonna kill it, and you're gonna kill it in high school, and we're gonna survive. No, we're gonna thrive. So I love you. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, because you know you had fun. And I'll see you when I upload another video, which hopefully will be soon. Bye, Dynamos!